Marvel wants to end Thor's story, but in a truly epic way. Marvel Studios, taking into account fans' complaints about Thor, Love and Thunder, has planned to give Chris Hemsworth's Thor a proper send-off in Avengers, Doomsday and Avengers: Secret Wars. Alongside this, there's talk of reuniting Thor with Loki, inspired by New Avengers Volume 2, issue 32. The moment I heard this, a wild fan theory came to mind, and if even 20% of it turns out to be true, Thor's Infinity War entrance will drop to second place on the list of his best moments. But first, you'll want to know what happened in New Avengers number 32. In that comic, Thor and Hyperion lead a team of multiversal Avengers to the gates of the Beyonders. They lose many comrades along the way. The Beyonders send two of their own to face them, and together with their allies, Thor and Hyperion defeat them. In the process, Thor loses an arm, Hyperion loses his eyes, and the rest of the Avengers are killed. But then, the Beyonders send an entire army. Thor and Hyperion charge head-on and fall in battle. Now, let's move to my theory. The biggest threat in Avengers, Doomsday, is the destruction of the multiverse through incursions. To deal with the incursion crisis, the Avengers split into two groups. One stays on Earth to try to stop the incursions, while the other searches for the root cause. Our focus will be on the second team, heading out into the cosmos alongside powerful heroes to find the source. Meanwhile, Sam is on Earth, assembling the Avengers. For such a mission, you need heavy hitters, and topping that list is Thor Odinson, helping those across the universe who cannot save themselves. If the universe is in danger, Thor will be the first to know, especially since he's with Love, Gor's daughter, who is revived by Eternity and carries some of Eternity's powers. Eternity is essentially the living embodiment of the universe where the entire Marvel story unfolds. If the incursion threatens the universe, Eternity will suffer, and so will Love. Thor has taken responsibility for Love, so he'll set out on a journey to find a solution. Along the way, he meets the new Guardians team, who are seeking to fix Phyla's failing cosmic powers. Thor learns that the cosmic balance of the universe is shifting. Teaming up, they follow the trail to Yggdrasil, where Dr. Doom and his army are battling the Thor Corps, because Doom is close to completing his plan, and Loki is his biggest obstacle. Here, we'll see Thors from across the multiverse. Throg, Old King Thor, Phoenix Thor, Ultimate Thor, Beta Ray Bill, and perhaps even Jane Foster Thor from another universe. Among them is one Thor who proves a major threat to Doom, decimating his army. When Doom realizes his Doombots aren't enough, he enters the fight himself, and immediately severs this Thor's arm with Stormbreaker. This brutal blow to the Avengers' mightiest warrior will show just how dangerous Doom is. But before Doom can finish him, a swarm of Thor Corps members rush in to protect him. Old King Thor extends his metal hand and says, "Losing an arm is the mark of a warrior, Thor. The battle isn't over. We must save Loki at any cost. He's our last hope." The mention of Loki shocks Thor. He had no idea his brother was behind Yggdrasil, trying to save the multiverse. Summoning Stormbreaker with one arm, Thor spots Loki through a crack in Yggdrasil. Loki signals to him. Thor's mood changes. He remembers losing his brother during Infinity War, a brother who had changed and become a better Asgardian. Now he has a chance to save him. Thor knows the multiverse rests in Loki's hands, and he will let nothing happen to his brother or the multiverse. Summoning all his power, he calls on the force his father once told him about, a power we glimpsed in Ragnarok and Infinity War. This brings forth Rune King Thor, the most powerful version of Thor, who rallies all his variants and allies at Yggdrasil's front, shouting, "Avengers assemble!" The battle begins. All heroes and variants charge forward, electrified by their one-armed leader's spirit, clashing with Doom's army. Thor fights fiercely, but with one arm, his limit is reached. Doom summons his full might, power absorbed from celestials, sorcerers, and countless dangerous beings. He uses every ounce of his technology and magic to destroy Thor. Yet Thor's power level is extraordinary. Even so, Doom and his army start to overwhelm them. until Loki uses his time-sleeping powers to freeze everything and speak to his brother. Loki tells Thor, "This battle can't be won. The multiverse's destruction is certain." Thor refuses to accept it, insisting there must be a way. "We may not win," he says, "but we can delay our loss." Loki understands what he must do and resumes time. Thor summons the Bifrost, sending Love and the Avengers far away. With his last strength, Thor transforms into pure lightning energy, detonating himself like a bomb. Doom senses what's coming and shields himself with magic. But Thor's blast triggers a chain reaction, inspiring all the Thor variants to sacrifice themselves in the same way, taking Doom and his entire army with them. This is a spectacular reinterpretation of New Avengers Volume 3, issue number 32. After the explosion, silence falls. We see Dr. Doom in cracked armor, impressed by the Thor Corps for nearly killing him. He turns toward Loki's throne, where a dead Loki and countless fallen heroes lie. Doom smiles faintly, ready for the final step of Doomsday, erasing the remaining timelines to create his battle world. But in the end credits, it's revealed Loki is still alive, having faked his death as always. Thor's sacrifice was part of a plan. Loki will use his time powers to gather heroes, and though the multiverse is lost today, one day it will be restored. That's my theory for Thor's epic end. Sure, there could be twists and changes, but tell me, wasn't that a crazy theory? Many might say, if Thor dies, I'll stop watching Marvel, but don't worry. If the multiverse is restored, Thor will return. Iron Man and Captain America could return too. The only concern is that the original actors might not come back, making this more of a send-off for Chris Hemsworth than for Thor himself. Thor is an awesome character. He brings that epic vibe every time, whether in Ragnarok or Infinity War. So, what do you think of this theory? Which heroes could be on Thor's multiversal Avengers team? How emotional will Thor and Loki's reunion be? And what will Thor's reaction be when he sees Doom's face? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, subscribe to Comics Gang,